For the folks at Bonham who could end up at Robert E. Lee, what most people might not know is that Bonham feeds up into a different feeder pattern than Robert E. Lee. Robert E. Lee comes to J.L. Long Middle School, and then it goes into Woodrow Wilson High School. Now, a couple of things that they might be interested in hearing that I'm going to tell you in the form of an eyes and ears report. Okay, we have, like Woodrow has the International Baccalaureate Program, we are implementing the Middle Years Program with the IB organization. We've had a lot of support from a lot of people in the first two rows here. We appreciate that. They're putting in overtime. We're in good shape. We're going to be fully implemented by this fall. We're still going to need a little bit of help from y'all, and we can talk about that later as well. One other thing that we've done this year, last year we went academically unacceptable for the first time. I found that very frustrating because we put a lot of effort into helping our kids and helping our faculty and having the classes that the people want to have in that school. I decided we better do something if we could to help our struggling subpopulations on that campus. I challenged SBDM this year to do something about that. We had no idea what we were going to do to start with. Then I met the lady who runs the Concilio. And the Concilio collaborated with us, offered us a discounted price. And not only will we have Concilio at J.L. Long, as it was originally intended, it would also be extended to every elementary school in our feeder pattern. It also will be extended to Woodrow Wilson High School. Not only that, we have done that with private funding, entirely 100% privately funded, that was raised by a member of our site-based committee.
I come here today to say that closing the schools is a big mistake. Why would you close Arlington Park and send these kids to Hernandez? It is a big security risk. The school is absolutely too far for these kids. What if they miss the bus? What if they walk home? You don't know what can happen. Think.
Things I know about Arlington Park is it's a recognized school. Kids go into the school thinking they can do nothing, but come out saying they can do everything. Second of all, this school is a historical landmark. Third of all the kids go into school to have fun and learn at the same time. Fourth of all, you aren't giving us a straight answer while you're closing down our school. Fifth of all, none of the students want to be separated. This neighborhood is like this neighborhood and school is like a family. Sixth of all, you guys want to cut straight up in straight up the middle of this and spread us. Students here have been awarded A on the road, B on the road, so that means that they are learning a lot. And you just build us a gym and closing the school right after you did that.
I'm here on behalf of my daughter, who came to me when she found out that y'all was closing her school, and she said, "Dad, what can I do?" She said, "Can I sign a petition to keep my school open?" She went out on her own and counted up 300 names on a petition just to save her school on her own.
So, save Arlington Park.
I was thrilled to see all the updates happening in 2011. The new upstairs bathroom, the new light and sound system for the gym, the 30 new Dell computers for the computer lab. The whole building was painted and spiffed up. Imagine my surprise when I heard that Bonham was on a list of schools to be closed to appropriate funds for DSID's budget. I thought to myself, this must be a mistake. Who would spend millions of dollars on schools that they were closing in a few months? How absurd. James Bonham Elementary is one of DSID's crown jewels. Sandra Fernandez, our principal, along with her staff, have worked countless hours to qualify for National Blue Ribbon Awards. They take 3 years, like you said. Teacher Rogelio Gonzalez was nationally recognized as a recipient of the 2010 Millikan Education Award. My son was so proud to tell his grandmother that our Governor Rick Perry was at his school to present this award to Mr. Garcia. I can't understand, knowing the impact this will cause, why other solutions have not been considered. During your so-called town meetings, no active discussion was allowed. Only cards and questions. No solutions to be given were heard. At Bonham, we have offered the solution of adding 4th and 5th grades. That would bring us our census up to 325, qualifying us off the list. This may help our situation, but please listen to many of the other solutions presented to you tonight.
La escuela Fanning, donde va mi hija, es una escuela muy buena. Mi hija ha estado ahí por 3 años. Desde que está la directora Miss Trujillo, tiene muy buenos reconocimientos, los maestros son muy buenos. ¿Por qué cerrar las escuelas cuando pueden ahorrar dinero en otras cosas? Por ejemplo, si tienes una familia de 10 y no tienes para comer, ¿vas a dejar 5 hijos fuera? Espero que no. Espero que lo tomen en cuenta. Hay muchas maneras de ahorrar dinero. ¿Por qué en lugar de cerrar la escuela, si le faltan más estudiantes, no abrir el 4º y 5º año para llenar las vacantes que hay? Otra, piensen en las familias que día a día llegan con sus niños caminando, lloviendo, haciendo frío en el verano y siempre están ahí. Queremos un mejor futuro para nuestros hijos y por eso necesitamos las escuelas abiertas. Por favor, considérenlo. Piensen en nuestros niños y en el futuro. Gracias.
Okay. Charter schools. Oh, he has already indicated that he has 4,000 students throughout the Metroplex. And he has 3,000 on the waiting list. So where is he going to put all these children? In your schools, people. Don't let these folk fool you.
Yo no estoy de acuerdo en el cierre de mi escuela y mis preguntas son las siguientes. ¿Por qué el distrito se quedó sin dinero? ¿Por qué en vez de dar viajes pagados a maestros, directores y superintendentes? ¿Por qué andar gastando en fiestas, hoteles, restaurantes y fiestas que hacen? ¿Por qué no ahorrar ese dinero para que el distrito tenga fondos? Yo sé que todos estos gastos son pagados por el distrito. Yo no creo que esa sea la mejor solución para cerrar las escuelas. O pensemos en buscar una persona que sí sepa cómo administrar el dinero.
I have another question I want to ask you. Which one of you on the board would come pick up a child if they missed the bus? Dart don't run out there. How many of you have been down there to see what's going on in the community? You have a lot of children there that are there, the grandparents are raising them. How are they going to come pick their child up? You thought about that? PTA meetings. Who's going to attend? Takes 3 hours on the DART bus to get to the school. Again, I ask you, who's going to come pick them up? Trustees? That's what I thought. So, while you're sitting here trying to close down schools, think of other ways to keep them open.
You can close Arlington Park because people who are going there have memories. People who used to go there have memories. It's been there for so many generations. They spent over $40,000 on our new gym. If y'all close Arlington Park, that is losing money. Why will you do that to a delicate community? Why are we on the list if we are 113% full? I have a certificate from our 44th President, Barack Obama. A lot of people got this award in Arlington Park. That shows not how good we are, but how a great school we are. If you were a kid and they closed down your school, how will you feel? How?
Each of those 11 schools has a history, and they have a name, a powerful name on those schools. And I went to Pearl C. Anderson, I'm a product of Pearl C. Anderson. That's where my leadership began at Pearl C. Anderson, under the leadership of Dr. Benita Asher. I just want to say that if you wipe out Pearl C. Anderson, you might wipe out Lincoln High School, which is a historical black high school, which is the second black historical high school, because Booker T. Washington is the first. And I'd like to thank those two trustees, Trustee Carla Ranger, Trustee Adam Madrino, for not supporting this. But you take a good look at what's going on tonight, because it's determines the futures of each district that we stay in. This determines the future of our district and of our schools, because each of those schools has history. And we don't want to lose the history that we have in our schools. Thank you.
I'm going to speak on the school consolidation plan and Fannin Elementary School. Fannin is a school that has the highest poverty level, many transient students, and difficult language barriers. I'm here to speak for the interests of the kids at Fannin and for the interests of the teachers and staff at Fannin, who, despite the most challenging circumstances in the district, have consistently earned recognized status for Fannin. In fact, in 2009, they earned exemplary status. But closing a school is one decision. Deciding where the Fannin students and staff would go is quite another. And there's no justification or excuse for the way the students and the staff would be reassigned if the consolidation plan is passed. The reassignment plan, as described in the hearing last week, is extremely harsh and unduly harsh on the kids at Fannin. Not only would they lose their neighborhood school, some of them would be forced to walk 1.5 miles across very busy streets like Ross, Peak, Haskell, and Washington. And remember, these are very, very young kids, pre-K to 3rd grade, kids as young as 4 years old. And even worse, the receiving school for most of these kids is rated academically unacceptable. So unless the reassignment plan is changed, most of the Fannin kids will go from a school that is consistently recognized to one that is academically unacceptable.
It's time to do whatever it takes to help us to come together. All of us, the board, the community, the teachers, we have to find a solution. Vote no. That's the right thing to do. Take a step backwards and think about it.
In saying this, I will read a poem. It is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
My speech is entitled, We Deserve a Better Plan. Board of Trustees, I know you look towards your Office of Administrators for answers. You're just as human as we are. Right now, we have a crisis. Please take the opportunity to listen to the voices that matter. It's your children. That's what you're here for. We are all grown adults here that can make the best decisions for the future of our leaders, our doctors, our scientists, our educators. I remember this one thing my grandfather told me. He says, if it doesn't start right, it doesn't end right.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Your time has expired. Laura Chavez, followed by Javier Gonzalez.
I would just like to say, more work, no pay, no way, at Edwin Forest and Burnham.
Laura Chavez.
Vote no. She's right. Vote no.